Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Off screen I cleared off this side, Trace Crescent, which is exactly the same as the other side, except there are no companions to save. There's just a lot of enemies. One of the places you find here is this strangely marked Jedi cell door, and I figured I'd at least show this part because it's different from the other side. And it tells you that, you know, the corpse holds a lightsaber crystal formed from the souls of dead Jedi. And for all the sort of, you know, momentous occasion, you know, the final dungeon, the, you know, a special item hidden there, it's really kind of garbage. It does 1d8 on unstoppable damage. It's not bad, but if you were looking for a super item from the last area... Oh, I guess I didn't get it. I also picked up the ability to gain level 30. The other sort of advantage to going to the Crescent side, I mean, you can go both sides, it's just a question if you really want to fight all the enemies in the game. The other advantage to going to this side is there's a lab station in addition to a workbench here. If for some reason you wanted to mess with a lab station. One thing I may take advantage of is these adrenal stims. The last battle is not trivial, in that you essentially, it really comes down to whether or not things make their saves, so I may actually sort of equip my character with a sort of full mental boost items, and sort of ignore the, well, why don't I just do it right now, and just ignore my physical defense and such stats, so that I just use other things, because I can't afford to have the enemies in the last battle make their saves. We're going back to where we were, where I ended the last episode. I'm not actually going to bother picking up the rest of this loot. There's just not enough here that I care about.
You should not have come to Malachor. She will break you, your mind, your body. You will be lost. Return to the surface. Let the planet claim you, as it claimed the other Jedi. There is no reason for you to suffer at her hands.
Okay, and you can tell him that Kreia is using us.
Turn aside then. Deny her what she wants. She'll accept my loyalty again, for she will have no other choice.
Okay, and, you know, there are a variety of persuade options here, and you will choose she's already abandoned you.
You are wrong. I have come farther than any of her apprentices since Revan, even you, and I am stronger for it.
And you can essentially ask him to help you defeat her.
You seek to erode my will. You will not succeed.
Except, we did.
I am ready for you, Exile. I have waited years to see the last of the Jedi fall before me. Only one may serve my master.
Alright, now this is kind of a goofy fight, because Sion doesn't die. You just, essentially every time you beat him down, and he's not super hard, he regenerates.
Now you realize the true power of the dark side.
And you have another conversation.
The dark places of this world flow through the cracks of my flesh. I cannot be killed.
And you can say this battle was never about the flesh, it's about belief.
You are strong as I had believed, but she knows you cannot defeat me. Surrender now. Return to the surface of Malachor. Do not force me to destroy you.
Okay. And, there are a variety of... There's awareness and wisdom options here. And I'll just stick to the persuade. You may not die, but she has no use for one.
Should you die, then she will have no choice but to accept me at her side. My training shall be complete. as was intended.
Okay, and you can tell him to stop deceiving himself.
You intend to make me doubt her, doubt myself. This is not a battle of words, Exile. It is one of blood.
And again, we succeeded in eroding his will, which is exactly what we're trying to do in this fight. Killing him just doesn't actually do anything. You have to convince him to lose. He got a rather nasty critical there.
If I die here...
And you can use a variety of persuade options. I'm going to say, I am stronger than you expected, and stronger than Kreia expects.
There is truth in your words, but there is nothing left for me except my master. I fight because it is the power that the Force fills me with. To survive, to inflict the pain on others. I can die 100 times, Exile, and still I will rise again as strong as before.
Right, well, actually, he is not rising as strong as before because, well, he's losing. Now, I am going to take a second here to heal up using the Verpine prototype shield. No, you know, you can see it absorbed like 2 of his attacks. And now that I'm back up to decent health, I will go back to beating on him.
I will not fall. I cannot die.
Alright. And you can tell him that he already has died, he just has to admit it.
Why? Why did she choose you? What makes you able to defeat me? Defeat me here?
And more or less you can point out that you gave up the Force and learned sort of how to live without it. And you can tell him just let go.
Kreia, she will try to break you, to teach you how far someone can fall. Her weakness is you, as you are mine. I am glad to leave this place, at last.
So much for Darth Sion. And I believe that's the only Dark Jedi Master robe in the game, but I could be wrong. I'm not going to wear it, but... That is the second of the Sith Triumvirate. There's only one left, and it's behind this door. So... Well, the zone transition called itself Treyas Core. But, I think I'll leave this fight to an episode unto itself.
You have arrived.
So I will do that then, and just end this episode here. Next time, the final showdown.